Hi, this is Jen Evangelista, and I am going to bring you a video tutorial on altering journal cards. This is actually changing up the text on a journal card to make it fit your page a little bit better. It can obviously extend into all kinds of other things, but hopefully this will kind of be something that somebody learned something from and that you can use a little bit. And FYI, if you hear any noise in the background, it is my children. They're outside in the pool. They had their pool jams going. Actually, currently it's Jackson 5, although it was just I the Tiger. So we have pool jams. We have lots of hollering. I could hear it. I don't think you can, but just so you know, there's nobody that's dying with the making of this video. So, journal cards, they are awesome. They are super fun. This little thing we call life that's happening right now all around me, for example. Project Life, which is a huge, big phenomenon, obviously pocket scrapping. They're great for that. They're also great for your regular scrapbook pages or for hybrid projects. I actually print them out just to do my to-do list each week because I think they're fun and they're pretty, and I like carrying them around with me. At the Lily Pad, we have a whole slew of journal cards. There's a whole category for them. Sorry, I didn't have that open right. There's a whole category of journal cards that you can find just about anything that you could possibly need. Most designers now are creating them. There they are creating them. They coordinate with their products a lot of times, and sometimes they're just standalone. But they're definitely worth checking out. And there will be a link in the blog post that at the Lily Pad for today. So, every once in a while, though, we do run across a journal card that we would like to tweak a little bit, and at least for me, and maybe not say, it doesn't say exactly what you want it to say, and instead of just scrapping it or starting from scratch, we can tweak it, and here's how I'm going to show you how to do that. The first one that we're going to use is a journal card from a set that's in Kate Hadfield's store. It is from Kate with Nicole Russell, and it's got lots of white space on these cards, lots of color, a lot of hand-painted doodles, hand-drawn doodles. I just think it's super fun. It can be used for a lot of different things. And this one in particular has a cute little clock on it. It's got all this white space, and I mean literally white, and I love that. But it also has this little phrase here, and let's say I don't really need that, okay? It doesn't my page, but I want to use this card. I don't want to just scrap this particular card, so I'm going to change it. Here's what we're going to do. Super easy. This is beginner stuff, I think, for a lot of people, but for some people, you may not have ever seen this or even thought of it, for example, and so that's who I'm talking to today. All right, so we're going to create a new layer in Photoshop or Photoshop Elements. We are going to go up to our marquee tool, and we're going to make a little box around our text. Now, you can easily avoid this element here in this particular card, but sometimes you can't. So I'm actually going to extend it beyond a little bit so you can see how to fix that when that happens. If, for example, that F were moved over here and you had to do this. So I have my box around it. I'm going to go to my foreground color, and I'm going to click on the color of the card, the background color of the card. This one's bright white, but I always click on it anyway just to make sure I got the right white. And then I'm going to go to my paint bucket, and I'm going to fill in this box. Again, making sure it's on a different layer. As you can see now, my text has completely disappeared. It's magic. The only problem with it is, if you notice here, there's still this little edgy thing here, and that just is unacceptable. So we're going to go to our layer, I'm going to go to my erase tool, and we're just going to squeak that right on out. So we have a brand new card, a fresh palette. It's wonderful. In this particular card, what I have done is I have just created a little bit of text using this super fun font. And this font is from Heather Joyce. It's called the KDM. I just really like it. It's fun. It's not great for tons and tons of journaling, but it's super fun for things like this. And actually, I guess you could use it for lots of journaling too. I just don't tend to because I have a 6-year-old that can't read it if I do. But in this particular instance, it's perfect. It's just perfect, and I love this card. So I have a brand new card. So I now have I've extended my scrap stash already. My next card is from Jamie. It's from her June Storyteller collection, and this is one of my very favorite storyteller collections from Jamie. I love the bright colors. I've scrapped with it more than once already. I really like it. This particular card comes from that collection, like I said. So it says a few of my favorite things, and there's 7 of them here. Well, let's say I have 8, or I have 10, or I have 5. Or I just don't want to use those numbers, but I don't want to scrap the whole card. So what I'm going to do is the exact same thing that I did at the last card, and I've already actually done it. Made my box, filled it in with my background color, and voila. However, if you notice, if you're a discerning type, Jamie used a little texture on her background, and even though I used the same color as this, mine is flat and hers has texture. And if you see here, there's a differentiation here, and I don't love that. So that's easy to fix, people. Easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my card, I'm going to duplicate it up above, I'm going to slide the top layer over a little bit, and then I'm going to just clip it right on there, and now I have nice, even, no lines. It's all the same texture cardstock. It fits perfectly. Another way you can do this, just FYI, is take your original card, again, duplicate it, move the first one over, and then just get your little erase tool and just go to town right up here, erasing the top part. So you end up with, again, a new card. You can just use as many favorite things as you want. Last card I'm going to show you is this one here from Stolen Moment Designs. She's one of our guests right now, and I adore her work. This kit here is called Umbrellas Overhead, and it is fun and lots of colors, and I really like it, and these journal cards that go with it are fun too. However, let's say I got this card, but this particular phrase doesn't quite fit, okay? It just doesn't fit with the project that I'm working on. So, same idea. I'm going to make me another layer. I'm going to marquee it. I'm going to make a box around it. I'm going to go to my background color, my foreground color here, my background color here, and click OK. And then I'm going to color it in, okay? Now, here we go. We have the same problem that we had before. If you notice, no texture here, little texture here. So this is not dreadful, and if you were to, write on it enough, you may not end up noticing it, but I notice it, so we're going to fix it, okay? Now, this is a little bit harder to fix because there's not a lot of white space here, right? There's nothing to just move over and crop on, to clip on there, but it can be done. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take my card and I'm going to duplicate it. Now, I left this the background to show you something. If I try to duplicate this, it's not going anywhere because Photoshop is calling this my background layer and it locks it. So I'm going to have to change it. And all I'm going to do is right click here and I'm going to push layer from background. And what that does is that turns it into a separate layer instead of the background. And now I can play with it. So I have it up here at the top, right? I'm going to go ahead and clip it on. You're not going to see anything different yet, okay? But watch this. See, I've got the top. Woo, look at that. Isn't that cool? I'm going to go out just a little bit more so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm going to move this out. Hello, move. There we go. Until I've got no more of the... I've got no more of the colored stuff, of the design up here. I just have that white. And I've stretched it out, but it's not a problem that it's stretched out because it's enough, it's a mild enough texture that you can't really tell the difference, and it fits much better. So again, now I have a fresh canvas to work with. This over, and I grabbed another font from Heather's store, and this one was called the Royal Invites. I like it a lot. It's a great journaling font in my opinion, and what I've done is I just added a little text here. I mean, not very creative, I know, but I just want to show you the idea. I love the rain. Okay, so I wanted it to say this instead of that sweet mushy phrase that Amber had put on there. And so now I have a new card. This little technique, like I said, it's easy, and yet it's a way to take your journal card stash and really use it. And you can, you've taken one card and you've turned it into 2. It gives you an excuse to buy that pack that you really wanted to buy but didn't know if you could use all the cards in it. So yay for that. Thank you. You're welcome for that enabling. Go and look at the... at the category at the lily pad under the journal cards, and you will see just your eyes will just be feasted on it, on all the options. The other thing is that I will have all the links in the blog post for today, and I hope that you enjoyed that little tutorial, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.